What's going on, my trainer club? Tomorrow we have the water festival, and today I am going to get you prepped, ready to go, so you have everything that you need to know to make sure that you max out on this water festival in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. First off, I just wanted to congratulate all you guys that are a part of the trainer club because we just hit 50,000 subscribers. So you know what that means. We have a giveaway coming soon. So if you are not on my social medias, you need to be, because that is going to be where I'm going to be doing the giveaway. It is going to be probably most likely on my Twitter. I will definitely let you guys know as soon as I have them up and ready. I just want to take a moment and thank each and every one of you for being a part, for sharing my videos, for telling people about the trainer club. I really appreciate you guys. You guys have helped me get to 50,000 subscribers, and we are still going strong. Like I said, I would love to close out this year with 100,000. That would be insane, absolutely insane. I think we can do it because you guys are all super amazing. I love you guys. So today, what we're gonna do is we are going to get down on the water festival in Pokemon Go so that you guys can max out. I wanted to make sure that I timed this properly for you guys so that you guys know, because there's a lot of things going on right now, right? And so the timing of the videos are super crucial to make sure that you guys have exactly what you need, when you need it, and how you need to do it. All right, guys, so from Friday, August 23rd at 1 p.m. Pacific time all the way until the 30th, at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we are going to have the water festival. So what does that mean for you guys, and how do you participate to the best of your potentials? We're gonna go over my top 5 tips today, which is gonna include shinies, which is gonna include walking buddies, and it's gonna include what the best Pokemon are to focus on to make sure that you guys maximize, number 1, obviously on the shinies, number 2, on everything that we can potentially get. Main focuses and the main bonuses of this event are going to include, number 1, we have more water Pokemon spawning everywhere, hence the name, the water festival. So we're gonna go over the shinies that you need to focus on. Number 2, we're gonna have more water Pokemon in the raids, which is a benefit to us, right? If you don't have like a shiny Lapras, Lapras will be in there. So the main focus of the raids, if you're not doing these shiny Rayquazas, you've had enough or you're done with them, you can definitely shoot for a Lapras if you don't have a shiny. Most of you guys probably have shinies in some form or another from the Lapras, but there's also Vaporeon in the raids as well, which for the Vaporeon, you are going to be using all electric Pokemon. He is a water attacker. So the other thing that we do have to check out is we are going to get double hatch candy from eggs, which are going to feature more water type Pokemon. So if you guys haven't got enough water, we are having more water. And then we're going to have the move CARVAHNA that is going to come in for Kingler and Crawdaunt. And we are now going to get 2 new shinies in the game, which is going to be Carvanha and Barboach. So those guys most likely will be the primary focus of all of the water spawns. Primary. Secondary water spawns are going to include some other water Pokemon, which we're going to cover, like I said, with these shinies in a minute. But now we have reasons to click more and more on the Barboach. Besides the fact that Wishcash is a pretty beastly PvP mon, you can now click them to get a shiny, which is going to be a great potential. And then for myself, I'm like, I see those little Barboaches everywhere, especially in the sunny weather, and I'm like, man, I don't really want to click on that. But now the shiny makes you want to click on that again. And the last feature, which is pretty cool, we're gonna have half the distance to walk for your buddy to be able to get candy from. So what does that mean? That means if you have a 1 kilometer buddy and it's a water Pokemon, it has to be a water Pokemon, it's going to be walking in half a kilometer for the candy, so you might as well switch to a water type Pokemon. So which Pokemon should we start walking? So you could do the starters. If you don't have enough Piplup candy, this would be a great time for you to start walking your Piplup to get you ready for Community Day, because we're gonna be getting a candy every 1.5 kilometers. However, what I suggest doing, unless you have way too much candy and you just don't care at all, Magikarp or Wailmer, because they're gonna be 1 kilometer Pokemon. They're gonna be water, so you're gonna get a candy every half kilometer that you walk. So you're getting to get 2 candies per every kilometer, which in my opinion is awesome. So the reason why I'm suggesting this is because at some point we've seen a Magikarp needing to be evolved, right? And I have a ton of Magikarp candy, so I don't necessarily need this, but I'm always into maximizing the candy, so I might as well walk something that's water during this. I don't suggest going for the 5 kilometer per candy walk type Pokemon, because that's still 2.5 kilometers. That's still a decent amount of walking. I would prefer to stay on the 3 kilometers using one of the water starters. You can also use, which I would suggest the most, the Piplup, the water starter, obviously, which is going to have a Community Day coming up in the near future. I'm sure that you have enough of the other water starters. If you haven't played or you need those candy, go ahead and do either a Squirtle, you can do a Mudkip, or a Totodile if you need any of those candy. But primarily focus on the Wailmer and the Magikarp. Going back to why I said that is because at some point in a task, we may be asked to evolve a Whalmer into a Wailord, which would be 400 candy. So you want more than enough Wailord candy, more than enough Magikarp candy. Number one, because Gyarados, it has some pretty good resistances that we've seen come through for the Gyarados, right? Because it's going to resist the Solar Beam and it's going to be able to do the damage of the Hydro Pump. Not the most effective as far as DPS and TDO and everything like that goes, but the resistances are really key for that guy. So walk your Pokemon. In specific, I would say check out the Magikarp or the Whalmer and just keep stacking up on those candies so that if you ever have to evolve one for a task at some point or another, I'm thinking more of the Whalmer since we've already had the Magikarp, that you have no problem at all just blowing through 400 candy and you still have more in case you ever get a shiny or anything like that, because can you really ever have too many shiny Gyarados? Or can you ever really have too many shiny Wailords? Let's be honest, probably not. They're super cool, they're fun, they're great Pokemon, I like them, and why not, right? Why not be prepared as much as possible? That is the name of the game in Pokemon Go, to be prepared as possible. And I'm trying to give you guys some future projections of how I think and how I think would best benefit your gameplay. So like this event, right? I already had a Phoebus walked and ready to go, which helped out in my Jirachi quest because I had 100%. I knew at some point I would evolve it, but I wasn't really gung-ho to evolve it. So I literally just put it on as my buddy evolved it and I'm on to the next step. So as far as the Pokemon that are going to be increased spawn, since we have water Pokemon such as Wartortle, which they mentioned, Poliwhirl, Lapras, Seaking, Mantine, Quillfish, Piplup. Piplup is going to be one that I recommend catching. Use your Pineapple Berries to really stack up on your candy and then trade those guys frequently for the future community days. We might as well have those guys starting to stack up right now. Piplups are relatively rare outside of events. Fortunately, the couple events that we've had have been spawning them, so I've been pineapping them. And then you want to trade those as much as possible. Start trying to stack up your really good quality Luckies for when we have the Piplup Community Day, which will be in 5 of them, right? So probably towards the end of the year will be the Piplup, because we then have a rare if it follows suit. Then we will have the Chimchar, then we will have a rare, and then we will have the Piplup. So that's a total of 5 if you include the Turtwig Day that has not happened yet, even though it's already been announced. And then if you need the Phoebus candy, this is the perfect time for you guys to have the Phoebus candy, because now you don't have to pump rare candy into your Phoebus if you don't have enough to unlock the Jirachi quest, which is super huge, right? So focus on the Phoebus, give it all of your Pineapple Berries, get your candy to 100, and then evolve it to be able to unlock the Jirachi, which is a great time. I don't know if they planned this, but if they did plan it, it's genius, because Phoebus is super rare, and I don't really suggest investing rare candy into Phoebus in general. Like Melodic is pretty decent, but it's definitely not gonna sit in the top 3-4 water attackers, right? Like it's a good one, it's really pretty looking, but honestly, save your rare candy for a legendary or anything like that. So this is perfect for you guys to get you through that Jirachi quest if you don't have enough candy to evolve or you're a newer player. And then we have the Buizel and the Finneon. So if you guys need candy for that, go ahead and catch those. Use your Pineapple Berries. Like I said, most of you guys should have a good amount of Turtwig candy. So if you don't, save some, but we're still a little ways out. So I would suggest if you need any type of water candy, I literally have 10,000 over candy for my Magikarps, and I'm still pineapping them. Number one, because I like them. Number two, I don't think you can ever have too much candy, especially 400 evolves, because at some point, if you ever needed to blow and just evolve a bunch of them, like, it would be worth it to have that much candy. So for me, the 400 evolves, Whalmer, Magikarp, you definitely need to get that candy up. And then of course, we're on to tip number 3. We're looking at the shiny potentials. You need to have the Barboach and the Carvanha when they're gonna be boosted spawns, because typically the Carvanhas are not super popular. So get out there and catch and click as many of these as possible. That's the best way to be able to get your guys' shiny potentials during the event, is just encounter. Be resilient, do not give up, you're gonna get the shiny, and then if you don't get the shiny, do not trade for it, because it's not super valuable. You will encounter it at some point or another in your Pokemon career. And so once all of the raid Pokemon are going to be announced, I will drop it in the comments below so that you guys can have the updated raid information with the 100% IVs that you need. But just know, right? If it is going to be a water type attacker, we are typically going to be looking at all electric Pokemon. You can also use grass. However, if it does have an ice move, you have to be wary. So it's better to go with the Raikos, the Electivires, and the Magnezones for all of these pure water type Pokemon, like Blastoise, because Blastoise can get Ice Beam. We also have the Lapras, right? Lapras is going to be able to get that as well. But I would keep your focus primarily focused on that shiny Rayquaza to make sure that you get that. Make sure you stack up a few for lucky trades and everything like that. This is a camera. I do Pokemon Go YouTube videos, phone game.
Oh, I get it. He's 6'2".
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
The wedding was awesome. And
so we have the Squirtle, Psyduck, Seal, right? We have the Horsey, the Shelder, the Krabby. We have the Poliwag, which is a newer one, so keep your eyes out for that Poliwag. Poliwhirl does not have one. We don't have the second evolved, it's only the first. We have the Magikarp. If you need a shiny Magikarp, you haven't gotten one, you don't have that gold or the red Gyarados, this is gonna be what you look out for. We have the Lapras, we have the Omanite, we have the Kabuto. These are ancient fossils, Gen 1. Make sure to focus on the Gen 1 as much as possible because as we get newer generations, we're getting close and we're gonna start with Gen 5 soon here. Then we're gonna have more Gen 5. Gen 1 is gonna become way more scarce because we have more spawns that are going to be focused primarily towards the later generations. So this is a great time to start stacking up number 1 on all the Gen 1 candy, number 2 on all the Gen 1 shinies that you may not potentially have right now. The Totodile, and then we're moving on. So Marill and Wobbuffet, you can only get them as shiny babies. So the shiny babies are gonna be hopefully in the kilometer eggs that are gonna be increasing. We have the Mudkip, we have the Lotad. Both of them had community type days. We had the Mudkip on the community day. We had the Lotad on the research day. We also have the Wingull, which was boosted during one of the Pokemon Go Fest events. But if you didn't get a shiny then, now would be a good time. And then we have the Wailmer. So if you're looking for one of the purple Thanos, right? People call him Thanos. This would be a great time. Like I said, use your Pineapple Berries on these huge evolution type Pokemon or any of these Pokemon that you need candy for. Don't be hesitant to save your Pineapple Berries. Go ahead and utilize these guys. We'll stack up for Turtwig at another time. Most of you guys, like I said, should have a decent amount by now. We have the Phoebus. If you didn't get one on a Phoebus day, now would be a great time. I always suggest pineapping Phoebus because they're super pretty rare, right? And then you can also trade. So any of these guys that you do not have luckies of or you want luckies of, this would be a great time to stack up on these guys and trade. So Gyarados and Magikarp would be great ones, right? You can also do the other ones. And then we also have the new shiny variants of the Barboach as well as the Carvanha. So some of these guys in particular, if we're looking at the Woopers as well as the Barboaches, which now have a shiny potential, are going to be PvP pretty solid Pokemon because of their evolves go into pretty solid PvP Pokemon. So Wooper and Barboach are definitely something that you guys may want to check out and hunt out if you're looking to get into PvP, or if you are into PvP, you can definitely have boosted of these guys and look for those better variants of the PvP stats. This is it, guys. Number 1, we want to get out there and catch as many as we can. We don't want to skimp on our Pineapple Berries. If we need any candy for the Magikarps and the Wailmers, we want to have a surplus of the Wailmers. We want to click as many of these water Pokemon shinies as we possibly can. If you need to do raids or you don't have a Vaporeon, not super hard to get a Vaporeon, but if you're looking to get one, you can do a raid for a Vaporeon, or if you want a shiny Lapras, you can also raid for the Laprases as well. Once all of the raid bosses come out, I will post the 100% IVs and correlating things in the comments below. And then of course, click on as many of the water Pokemon, put on the low kilometer water Pokemon, the Piplups. You want to focus on the Piplups to get luckies for the future community day. Catch. Use your Pineapple Berries and then trade to try to get luckies. And then of course, anything you want to do that is involving fun, right? You can hatch some eggs. I wouldn't go super gung-ho on the eggs. I would save your incubators for the things that are coming in the near future, including the unknowns and including the shiny regionals that are going to be coming. So that is it, guys. That is exactly what we need to do. Save your resources if you don't have tons and tons of incubators. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, my Patreon members who have taken your subscription to the next level. I super appreciate all you guys, and I appreciate you guys helping us get to 50,000 subscribers. That's super awesome mile mark. I am super grateful that we could do this together. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep sharing the videos to help more people out. So I will see you guys out on that next video. Peace. I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.